Hi, I'm Vinnie Scully and welcome to Insider Secrets, a video series designed to help you take your online business to the next level. Today in this video, I'm going to be looking at some of the fundamentals of online business and some of the key areas that many business owners miss when starting out to create an online business. I've created a book, Insider Secrets, Online Business, and How to Make IT Work for You. And a lot of this content is covered in the book, and it's available as a download from my website, vinniescully.com. So I'd encourage you to get it. It's a free download, and I'm sure it's going to be of great value for you. So what happens when a business decides that or a person decides that they're going to create an online business? Generally, they have a great idea. And that great idea leads them to the creation of their first online presence. And that's usually in the form of a website or an e-commerce store. So if a business owner doesn't have the skill set themselves to actually complete this job, they will outsource that work to a development team. And in that lies a problem. Often a business owner and the developer that you engage will not be trained in what is actually essential to make your online business a success. So many business owners end up with a website or an e-commerce store, which is technically correct. But after a period of time, they find that the site of the store is not performing as they intended. And then they begin to scratch their head and wonder what has gone on. Now, I've been in the technology space. This year is my 30th year in the technology space. And the last 10 years has been primarily focused around online business. And many times I've had clients come to me and say, Vinnie, I have a problem with this website or store. It's underperforming. Can you help me? I've developed many online businesses for myself and for my clients. And there are some key concepts that we must understand at the beginning of the journey. And it is a journey. And it is these concepts at the beginning really would help us. So over this video, I'm going to look at what it is we should really be doing at the beginning, long before we create a website, long before we create an e-commerce store. Because when we start off as a business owner to create an online business, it is a journey. And you're going to hit some peaks long before you hit the top of the mountain. But there's going to be challenges along the way that you need to face and you need to overcome. But a lot of those challenges can be addressed at the very beginning of the process. So when a business creates an e-commerce store or a website, and as I say, they have an issue, there's usually a process that they go through. So first and foremost, they may look at the site or store and have an external set of eyes, look at it, and they may say there's a problem around optimization, that your website needs to be optimized for the search engine so that you will rank highly in Google. Well, if you're a new business, you got to understand that the search engines don't pay a whole lot of attention to brand new businesses. They will pay more attention to established businesses that have been there for quite a while. So if you have a new business and you're going to invest in optimization, and I believe that optimization is a hugely important part of any business, but you've got to be realistic and understand that the optimization process is something that may benefit you within 3, 6, 8 months time. It's not going to benefit you immediately. So as a new business, you're going to need that immediate response from your customers where possible. So optimization has value, but it is in the long term. The next thing that happens is that businesses will then look to have a presence on social media. So let's take Facebook, for example, and they create a Facebook page and they want to get an audience and ultimately convert that audience into paying customers. And there lies another problem, because many business owners, when they create their Facebook page, they fall into one very, very serious trap. And that trap is called self-promotion. And this is where they talk about themselves constantly. Now, if you think for a moment that you meet somebody at a party, let's say you meet me at a party and I introduce myself, I'm Vinnie Scully, I'm an online business consultant, and I do digital marketing, lead acquisition, customer strategies, sales funnels, etc. And I begin to monopolize that conversation with you. Eventually, you're going to get bored and you're going to go and talk to somebody else at that party. Well, the same thing happens with online when you're on social media and you continually self-promote. It's like just talking about yourself continually. So you may have an audience that have liked your page, but they're not going to engage with you. So it's key and essential to your strategy that you're looking at engagement, because this, again, is a journey where you're going to bring people closer to you as a business. And we'll get into how we do that in a few moments. Then often what happens when the website or the store is underperforming and the social media strategy isn't really a strategy and it's more about self-promotion, many business owners will decide that they're going to throw money at advertising. And advertising is a guaranteed way to spend a hell of a lot of money. And search engines, social media, etc., they're advertising platforms and they're happy to take your money. But unless you've actually got a correct strategy about how you engage with your audience, the ads you put out are going to have limited effect. But you may spend a lot of money to get some effect. But if you do it the correct way, you can reduce that ad spend. And that's an area where I specialize in helping my clients to reduce their ad spend while gaining maximum exposure. So how do we do this? I keep mentioning journey. Well, when we start off with an online business, we want our customers, but our customers do not know us. And we have to bring those customers on a journey. And this journey is the same as if we were creating a bricks and mortar store. So if we're creating a store in our town or city, where do we want that store to be? Well, we want it to be on the street with the most footfall, the most traffic, and the most potential for people to come into our store. Next, we look at the decor. We look at the outside of the store, and then we look at the inside of the store. So we want to make the outside of our store look appealing so that the traffic going by will actually stop, take a look. There might be some ads in the windows, it might be sales signs, it might be whatever, but we want to stop that traffic as it's going past. When we get that traffic through the door, we want to engage with that traffic. We want them to see our products or services, whatever it is we have in our store, and we want it to be appealing to them. But then we think about our staff, and we want our staff to engage with our potential customers so that they feel comfortable, they feel happy, and eventually they lead them on the journey all the way through to them becoming a paying customer. This is the same principle with an online business, and so many people seem to forget about this. Our customers at the beginning do not know us, and there's a journey all the way through to when they actually come to know us and become a paying customer. And that journey is to get to know, to like, and to trust. So unless we bring our customers through that process of getting to know us, getting to like us, and getting to trust us, we're going to have limited success. Let me give you another example. If you're walking down the street and you meet a person, and that person walks up to you and says, "Hi, I have this watch. I'm going to sell it to you for €500 or pounds, whatever it might be." What's your instant reaction? If you don't know that person, you're going to go, "No, I'm not going to buy that watch off you," because you do not know that person. You certainly do not like that person. And if that same person came up to you and said, "I'm going to give you this watch right here, right now. It's worth 500. I'm going to give it to you for 100. Now, that's an irresistible offer, but that watch might be stolen. And instinctively within yourself, you're going to go, "Oh no, I'm not really comfortable here." So now we bring in trust. So if we don't know the person, like the person, and certainly don't trust the person, why are we going to spend our money with them? And this is the same with our online business. And many online businesses make the mistake of expecting that the person that they have just met is going to take out their credit card and give them a large amount of money. So they haven't cultivated that relationship with their customer to know, like, and trust. So how do we do this? We bring our customer on a journey. That customer journey is know, like, and trust. So how can we do this? Well, one of the ways we can do this is to publish content. So let's take this video, for example. I'm giving this video free of charge. And some of the concepts that I'm covering in this video, my consultancy clients pay me to give them this information. My coaching clients, every month, I give them this information. Well, there's more than this, but this is the starting point. This is the foundations. And as I mentioned in my book, How to Make IT Work for You, available on my website, vinniescully.com, I cover this at the foundational level. So I encourage you, if you have an online business or want to have an online business, download the book. It's completely free of charge. Again, this is an example of publishing content to give to my potential audience. I give it free of charge so that you get value. And that is an important concept. So how can we do this? We can publish our content in a number of different ways. We can publish it on our website or our store, and that can be done by way of graphics. It can be by way of text. Some people like to read, some people like video. So this is why I'm doing video. My book is an example of text. It can be any format that's going to help you to engage with your customers. It can be on social media. So this is an example on social media. So I want to put this out there so as many people as possible can actually see what it is that I believe is important to help them in their online business. Now, I give this unconditionally. I'm not expecting that you do anything. Maybe you're going to like this, or maybe you're going to share this video, and that would be great. I really would appreciate it. And if you have any comments on the video, I really would appreciate those too. And I won't be able to answer them right here and now, but I will come back to you and answer those. So when we start to publish and give our content for free, people will start to connect to us because we can put our message out to them. But again, we need to slow down for just one moment, because even though our customer doesn't know and like us, and we have the potential to give them content, there is one very, very important, and I said one and very, very on purpose, to try and emphasize it. Before all of this process starts, we have to do one thing, and we have to remember that without this one component, our business is doomed to failure. Now, that one component is a very, very important part of any online business. And what is that component? The component is our customer. We have to put our customer at the forefront of everything that we do. And again, this is something that business owners often make a mistake as they begin their journey. They think their journey begins on a website. They think their journey begins in their content or their products. They think they can fix the issue by spending money on SEO. They think they can fix the issue by spending money on ads. And that's completely wrong. It's not. The journey starts with our customer. So we have to figure out exactly who our customer is before we go into this process. We have to create what is known as a customer avatar or a customer profile or a customer persona. There's many, many terms that are used. Now, when we create our avatar, what we do is we put ourselves in the shoes of our customer. We sit down and pretend that we are that customer. We think about who they are, what challenges they face, what problems have they got in their lives, and how can our product or service help them to overcome those challenges. Then when we do that and we start to understand who our customer is, we can begin to tailor our website. We can create the store that they want. So let's say the example of the brick and mortar store. If we take a store that is for young women up to the age of 20, that store is going to be very, very different to other stores. When you walk in, there's going to be possibly loud music, there's going to be bright lights, there's going to be shiny surfaces. But if you go into a formal wear store for tuxedos and things like that, that's going to have a very different character, a very different feel. But we're targeting our customer at the beginning with that experience the whole way through. Because if we can target our customer correctly and understand what it is our customer wants and needs, we can start to create our content around that, and we build around that whole experience. When they enter our website or our store, then they feel comfortable with the environment. Now, if you're running an e-commerce store and you have multiple thousands of products, possibly, I'm working on one project for a client who has 50,000 products in their store. Now, you may have a lot of products in diverse areas. And if you do, think about your business as a store with multiple departments. And each department can have an avatar. So you start to focus on the avatar for that department, and then you start to give that value and that information to them. So when you do this, there's a couple of really, really important benefits. So your website and your e-com experience is much better for the person coming in, the visitor. You don't want to be all things to all people. You cannot be all things to all people. And I remember talking to one of my clients at the beginning, and I said to him, who is your ideal client? And he said to me, anybody with money. Well, if you think anybody with money is your client, great, you're not going to have a successful online business. We've got to remember that we're not the Amazon of the world. We are by and large small businesses. And small businesses, the lifeblood of our business is our customers. Everybody knows Amazon as the largest online retailer in the world, but we don't have that credibility. We might eventually aspire to have that credibility, but we do not have that at present. So we cannot pretend to be Amazon. So what we have to do is tailor our message down to our customer. Give them the experience in our website or e-commerce store that is in line with their expectations. Then when we create our content, we craft our content around the words that they're using, the challenges that they're facing, the problems that they have. What is the byproduct of that? Well, then when we know who our customer is and we tailor our content around them, we have a higher possibility of being found using the search phrases that our customers are using. And this will bring people closer to our business. Now, as they start to get to know us, we then offer them value. And value is hugely important in any online business, and it's sorely missed by so many. When we offer value, as I say, one of the ways is to publish content similar to this. There are many ways you can do this, but you want to bring yourself closer to alignment with your customer and their values. And the more you can give for free, excuse me, the better. Now, many businesses think that if they're going to give away their little tips, their secrets, whatever it might be, that it's going to be detrimental to their business. And it's actually not, because there is enough business out there for all of us. If you can help people, if you can solve problems for people. So let me take this video, for example. The purpose of this is to help people who want to have an online business, to give them a head start. That's why I wrote the book, you know, how to make the most of IT. And it's available as a free download. Download it if you're considering setting up an online business. Read it, and maybe it'll help you. That's all I ask. That's the value that I want to give to you. But if we can do this, if we can structure everything around our customer, when we get down to the stage of social media, for example, we start to put out content that is of value to our audience. It's not just about self-engagement. It's not about self-promotion. It's about giving people an experience. Because if you think about social media for a moment, the word social and media, what does social mean? Interaction, to have fun, to have a nice time. What does self-promotion constantly do? Doesn't give people a good time. So you get an audience, but they're not going to stay around. They're not going to engage with you, and they won't become part of the ethos of your business. So if we bring this persona all the way through to our social media, and we try to give the value to our customers, our potential customers, or our audience on social media, we have the chance of bringing them closer to our business. Then when it comes down to ads, because we know who our customer is, we can begin to target our ads. And what does this do? This brings your ads in front of the people you want to see it. Because if you know who your customer is, you can use targeting within your Facebook ads or your Google ads, whatever it is, that to bring your ad to the people that you want to see it. So you're not going to waste a load of money putting out ads that are going to, you know, an ad to a 12-year-old, a 13-year-old, or 20-year-old when your product is for a 50-year-old, for example. Now, one of the things I say to my consulting clients is don't sell skydiving to pensioners. So what does that mean? It means market your product appropriately. There certainly are pensioners who may enjoy skydiving, but the vast majority of pensioners will not want to jump out of a plane. So this is a really important concept. So your marketing has to be targeted towards your customer, because you're going to bring your customer on a journey. And as you bring that customer on a journey, they get closer to your business. They get closer to you. And that is the key component. So that's pretty much what I want to cover in today's videos. I'm going to be shooting a lot more videos. Each of these subjects we can go into in a hell of a lot more detail. I'm going to cover, you know, content creation. I'm going to cover search engine optimization and what you can do to optimize your store. This is not about you spending a whole lot of money. Certainly there's some tools you may need to use, but by and large, most of the tools you need are going to be free. I'll help you with your social media. I'm going to look at advertising strategies, but underpinning all of this will be the know, like, and trust component, that once we bring our customers, ourselves closer to our customers, to the know, like, and trust process, that we have a better chance of success. Okay, so that's the end of this video. I hope you found value in it. Don't forget, you can download my book from my website, vinniescully.com, How to Make IT Work for You. And I suggest that you really do, because it's a simple enough book, but it covers the foundations. And when we have solid foundations, we can build a solid house. If the foundations are shaky, the house will always be shaky. So try and start off on the right foot, and let me help you along the way. Okay, thank you for tuning in, and see you on the next video. Bye.